without it being right here.
All right, so it says we're live. What it says and what it looks like doesn't look like it. It says all sides Chemex live, so.
Oh. All right, welcome to All Sides of Kennebec. I'm one of your hosts, Sean.
And this is Jeremy.
And today we are interviewing Bri, who is a very active person out in the community. She likes to help out when she can, and she volunteers and does some pretty interesting things with a company that I have a hard time pronouncing the name.
TerraCycle?
TerraCycle. And I've done a little bit of looking into this company, and they do some really, really interesting stuff. And I'll let you talk a little bit about how you got into this.
Well, one day I saw a Facebook ad, and, it was telling you about all these things you can recycle through this website, TerraCycle. They have things like, razors, razor handles, razor packaging. They have things like toothbrushes. They have things like stationery, like markers, highlighters, all of which are completely free to recycle. You collect them in a recycled, like an old box. They'll give you a shipping label, and you drop it off at, I think it's UPS, and they'll turn them into different things. I don't know exactly what. I've tried to get an answer from the company and didn't really get one. And it's completely free. Or you can order a box that you can throw just about anything in, and they'll recycle it.
And the amount of stuff that you can recycle is amazing. I was looking at one, and it was like the Tide packaging that you would get from like the Tide Pods that you clean your clothes with.
That's one of the ones that I contribute to.
So you collect them in a box. Like, so how much of it would you collect before you send it in?
You can send in any amount. They recommend you will only get the points that you can earn, like the rewards program points, for over a specific amount. I know for the cigarette waste one, it's 3 pounds. I don't know about any of the other ones.
So it is.
You can still send in less than that, but they won't give you points.
Okay, and we're still looking into a little bit about how this point system works. But we'll look into it a little bit more, and we'll post a little bit more on afterwards after we get done with this podcast. But yeah, so you've been doing this. How long you've been doing this in the community with this program? 2 months. So you've had really good luck with using this company. What's some things other that you've done with your time here in the community?
Well, it kind of feeds into that. I have a grabber stick because it's hard for me to reach the ground, and I'll pick up trash with that and send in whatever I can to those waste programs, and then throw the rest away in my trash can so it doesn't end up in, the local rivers, sidewalks, whatever. Other things I do is, I've done things like recreate toys from someone's childhood that they've lost that were like handmade things. And sent those out all the way to Florida even.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
I've even gone and transported like things to people that can't get there due to work schedules or things like the food pantry, essentials closet, the pet pantry at the Humane Society. I'll get, something that somebody needs, and I'll bring it back to them, essentially delivery to their house.
And that's a great thing, and it just goes to show that you don't have to do much to find these type of programs that are out there. This is just one of many that I've found when I Googled it. But this is one of the most prominent ones that has more of a return on what it does.
Not to mention, you'll also, especially if you're in Waterville and using those pay-as-you-throw bags, you'll save a lot of money if you can literally just use an old Amazon box to, collect the things in and then send them in.
So what is the cost of the box? You have to pay for the box you can get, right?
Yeah.
For free. It's just a box that you have.
You can do any free box for the programs that are sponsored by different brands. Or if you wanted to do the programs that you pay for, you could do, they're called a zero waste box. And those run about $85 for an 11 by 11 inch box. And you could throw just about anything in there that's plastic packaging for this specific one. So old TV dinner things, protein powder canisters, all kinds of things.
So with the box that you can supply your own, you just have to get a packing label from them?
Yep, they'll
how
send
much
you a
does that
packing
cost?
label free.
Oh.
And then
That's the cost savings right there.
That is, and then this is one of their special programs that they, because you were talking about how they have different types of programs.
yeah, they have
let's
the
talk
free
a
programs
little bit about that.
specifically. The free programs specifically, they have ones for dog food wrappers, Tide Pod containers, school supplies, cigarette butts and cigarette foil and cellophane. They have ones for all kinds of makeup things, herbal essences bottles, the shampoo brand, Dial soap wrappers. Certain ones you can throw any brand in. Other ones, that company only pays for their brand things to be recycled. Another one is those Go-Go Squeeze applesauces. You can recycle those through this program.
Okay.
I think there's one for baby food jars. There's quite a few. They're almost anything, honestly.
Wow.
There's almost anything. There's at least one stream that you could put it in. They even have ones for like certain multi-level marketing brands to be sent in.
That's kind of funny.
This is fascinating stuff. I was looking too. There's a lot of companies that are involved with this that I found that makes this really interesting. Like, you wouldn't think of some of these companies that are involved with it. But
yeah, Dial, Gillette, Pall Mall, Tide. There's quite a few companies.
And those must be the sponsored ones.
Yes, those are the sponsored ones that are free to send stuff into.
and just the amount of stuff that you can recycle is what I find fascinating of this whole thing. But so we're trying to find people out in the communities to see what good is going on out there. What other stuff have you done to volunteer and help out in the community that you'd want to share with us?
I make it a point to if there's like a dog that's lost, I'll either, and the person isn't from the area, I'll look in the local groups and let them know if their dog shows up there. That's actually happened this week. There's a dog from a lady that lives an hour away. Her dog's missing in Winslow. And, I've been relaying anything I see in the local groups to her.
And I think that's a big thing that's going to have to be a step up, because they've changed the rules, the way that the Humane Society brings animals in. There's no more public drop-offs.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The only animals that are being brought into the Humane Society now are animals that are brought in by the ACO officer. So it sounds, I guess the reasoning that they're doing this is they only want sick and injured, vice supposed strays, because from what I was reading,
I imagine with cats, a lot of people are bringing in cats that aren't even strays.
Right.
Yeah, there seems to be a mistaken identity of what a stray is, and and this is causing some overcrowding. But I also do feel the humanitarian side of how this could potentially be a problem too, because there was a lot of concern that people did have, because I was reading, and it sounds like some ACOs, because of the vast amount of people that they have, like Waterville's 16,000 people.
Yeah,
we have one ACO officer. So
She's amazing. I've actually had to speak with her more than once.
But getting that's a lot of people that they one person has to take an account for. So from what I'm getting at is people feel like they're not being answered back either quickly enough, or perhaps maybe something's fallen off in translation.
Right.
So I do understand the concern side of this, but it's definitely an interesting thing that I think we need to keep an eye on for sure, because like Bri was saying, I think that this may be where we have to start helping in like Facebook groups that hey, there's a cat living in this area,
Right.
and like you
I
were
saw
saying,
that this week. This is a dog that's missing, but somebody saw a cat on Saturday when it was really warm that lived on the same street that they saw it on. And they were concerned that it was a stray because it was outside. And the owner of the cat was like, no, that's my cat's name. He knows how to get home. He's
Right,
just
just an outdoor
likes to be
cat.
outside. Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing that I picked up in the reading of all of this Facebook thread, because this is where everybody goes to vent, but an ACO officer chimed in on one of the feeds of it and explained how they have a vast amount of people they have to look over and some of the limitations that they have. So I thought that was really interesting that they spoke up, but they did make some good points about how cats tend to fare better than dogs do when they become strays or if they become lost. So
I wonder why that is.
Well, they're probably less violent too, so they're less susceptible to.
Cats are. I think it's because they're more docile, yet
independent,
more
too.
independent. I guess.
I wonder if it also has to do with the amount of people that put out cat food and how cat food lasts longer, because cats
Probably.
normally don't
They don't eat as much.
eat
Right.
as much or
They don't
eat all of what's there at once, so it lasts longer.
Right. I'm sure there's some. I would imagine cats can probably, get up higher to get food that may be high. They're more.
They're less maintenance.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's not like a dog can't do
Much of anything.
right.
by
Not as
him or
much.
herself.
Not as much as a cat. I would think. But so like I was saying, but I feel for both sides. I understand the side of the administration, and I do understand the humanitarian side. But I think as long as we keep an eye on this, like Bri was saying, and we help with these Facebook groups and these lost places that you can go to report animals in your local area, will definitely become a beneficial factor into helping the community relocate their animals.
So is that just the Mid-Maine Humane Society that's?
From what I'm gathering, it seems to be a national movement from the Humane Society.
Because we just
level.
got a cat. We just got 2 cats a couple weeks ago, and they didn't mention anything about.
This just happened. Like
okay.
they just posted it. I want to say either yesterday or today.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's a new directive that just went out.
I haven't even seen it yet.
Here, let's let me.
I mean, I believe you. I'm just saying I haven't even
Right,
had
right.
word of that. But
Let's go to water.
Trust but verify.
Bill.
What group is that?
is it on the Humane Society
Yep,
website? hswa.org. How do I have that memorized?
Seen it a couple times. All right. Temporary. Oh, no, it's temporary. Our community is the best community. Hey, shout out. No, that one's not it. It says right here, just a reminder that if you find a stray animal, please call your local animal control officer, ACO, as we are no longer able to accept public drop-off for strays. This is to ensure that only strays or animals that should be brought to the shelter are. Thank you all.
I wonder if it also has to do with people, taking other people's animals and dropping them off because
I would
approve of how things are being handled.
Right.
Well, see, that I know that's been a big thing over the years. And from the ACOs that I've spoken with over the years, the best thing to do is contact them.
Yeah.
Don't take it into your own hands because you can fall into a strew of legal issues.
Well, plus it's just not your pet.
Right. So I think there is an aspect to that.
Probably.
Could be too. So you may be on to something, but
This is the thread that's up, just in case.
Okay, cool, definitely. But so reading through the comments, like I said, I don't take it as
There's a lot of
100%
comments.
fact, but there was. I did read through quite a few of them, but there are some pretty passionate people that seem to know what they're talking about, and they definitely point out both sides of the argument for
Yeah.
sure. But so I definitely think that's something to keep an eye on for sure because, like I said, nobody wants to lose an animal, especially because a lot of us get our animals chipped. You know what I mean? So they're able to read it and then call the owner fairly quickly. But I would imagine cats are probably less likely to be chipped than a dog. But
I don't know. My two are chipped.
your cats are? No doubt. No
I
doubt.
honestly feel like more cats would be.
Yeah,
especially
'cause
the
they're
amount of
I
easier to
outdoor
run
wonder,
away.
cats
right?
there are.
Huh? I'm
Especially
curious now.
outdoor cats.
I'm definitely curious about that now.
Because you have a higher percentage of cats that are outdoor cats than you would that are dogs.
Right,
that
right.
just go
I mean,
wherever.
there are outdoor dogs, but they usually stay within a fenced-in area.
Right, they're usually like tied.
Cats don't
not
do
tied
that.
up, but they're supposed to be,
Fenced in,
Right.
leashed, something if they're outside. Cats don't really have that same.
yeah. Well, because they don't go around biting people.
Right, yeah.
I mean, some.
I mean,
do.
you can,
Wow.
but
I've seen some pretty psycho cats over the years. So,
so I have some scratches from when I went to the Humane Society and pet some cats.
did you?
Yeah. There's a cat, the one in Fairfield or Skowhegan, whatever part.
Well, I think the Waterville Humane Society did a really good thing this year. Through this last April, they didn't allow bunny adoptions through the week of Easter, because I guess
Is it like a big thing?
well, I guess it is because people buy
Bunnies for
bunnies
Easter
for
gifts.
Easter, and what happens is in less than a month, a huge percentage of an uptick kicks off of returns of
Bless you.
these rabbits coming back into the humane societies.
Right.
So I definitely thought that was a move in the right direction. So, but
I've never really given that much thought, actually.
it's now that I've looked into it, there are some interesting things. So it's definitely worth checking out
I'm
for
curious
sure.
If they're gonna do the same thing around Christmas,
I don't know.
but for all animals, because of the amount of people that gift animals for.
Yeah, it is a big thing. So, I wonder if it would be the right way to go or not. Well, we'll have to see what people think about that. So definitely throw what you think up in the comments. But yeah, we definitely need your help here on all sides of Kennebec. So definitely like and share this podcast. Again, we want to thank a shared studio for allowing us to do this. Without them, none of this would be possible for us to bring great people from the community in to hear their prospects of what they're doing that is good for the community. And I remember you were also saying that you do some stuff with churches around here.
I mean, yes and no. I did volunteer at one Halloween event. Anybody who was there probably remembers the Cowardly Lion and Dorothy.
Yeah, you sent me the picture of that, and I thought that was really great. So
But
I
I
just
don't do a lot of volunteering there.
No.
Just because of some of my health issues, it's sometimes hard to have a designated time and day that I have to show up, migraines and stuff. But
that's understandable.
with the whole picking up trash in the community, I can kind of do that anytime that it's
Right.
daylight that I
Right.
can do.
Right, and that's another great thing too. Is you could somebody in the community could put together a volunteer day, and you guys could send stuff off to one of these programs. But it also definitely sounds very, very beneficial that you can do it at your own pace too. So there's so many aspects to how this can be done that's very interesting.
You know, it doesn't have to cost anything. Yes, you can buy those boxes that you can throw anything in, but if you just participate, even just in the ones that are already sponsored by brands, you'll save yourself room in those pay-as-you-throw bags. You'll, make more room for your other trash,
Yeah.
however you want to look at it. But
Well, it is. I mean, looking at what we throw away, we throw away a lot of stuff that can be reused.
and then there's the compost-style bins at the Winslow Public Library. You could throw all your old food scraps in there. That's one of the things I haven't seen TerraCycle accepting. But
I compost at home.
I saw
That helps a lot.
another. I have to look it up, but there's another company that does something with 5-gallon buckets because I see them popping up on the road every
that's
every
a
week.
subscription service.
Yep.
You've got to pay for that one, but the Winslow one is free.
Okay, but yeah, it's interesting because from what I was reading with that company, they give you compost back out of the deal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
So
it's
So
kind
you
of
give them food, they give you compost?
yeah, so
That's kinda
it's
cool.
kind of
You know-
interesting, and I think all you do is pay for the 5-gallon bucket is in probably whatever the fee is to be a member. I would imagine.
It's about $15 a month. I've looked into it.
Is it
Really?
okay?
I think I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
but
you could just compost for free without spending
well,
that money.
see, I this is where
But that one
it
goes
becomes
to your house.
yeah, you
Right.
you
live
get
in an
so much.
apartment, it's harder
Yeah,
to
Yeah.
compost.
You
Yeah.
get so much a month back.
Mhm.
So it is, if you want to do like a small garden or something, it might be something definitely interesting to look into for sure.
Another thing is Starbucks actually gives away their old coffee grounds for use in composting and gardens
Really?
when they have
didn't
them,
know
I
that.
believe.
I did not know
Most
that.
Starbucks do. I think I've seen a post about the Waterville one doing it before,
Oh wow.
but they're actually closed for construction this month.
I was gonna say I saw a post up that said they were doing something.
They're
So
usually available. I think it's first thing in the morning.
no doubt, no doubt. That's awesome because I know like some of the bread companies around donate bread to like Hannaford and well Hannaford donates it out. I've seen them picking it up before in the mornings, but it is a there are a lot of places you can look to donate to. Another one that's interesting that's going on right now is if you put any non-perishable or canned goods in it's a box or a paper bag next to your mailbox, your mailman will take it and they donate it to local food shelters. So check out your local usmail.com to find out more about that program because they just sent the flyers out about that. That's how I found out about it.
Well, I never got that flyer, but another thing you can do with those foods is the Winslow Community Cupboard has a fridge that's available almost every day for a few hours, and you're allowed to go put food in there that you're donating, and then, it goes back out through the food pantry and
Oh, wow.
through that fridge program, which is another option too.
Yeah, it says right here to donate, just place a box or can of non-perishable foods next to your mailbox before your letter carrier delivers mail on the second Saturday in May.
Oh, so it's just
It looks like one day.
Yeah.
The carrier will do the rest. The food is sorted and delivered to area food banks or pantries where it is available.
Saturday?
That's what it's saying.
That's already happened.
So it already did happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Well, anyways.
That was the 14th.
Okay, I gotcha. But yeah, so that was kind of cool. I would imagine they're probably doing. They'll probably do a few more of them. I'm sure.
Yeah, if they're successful.
Right.
Sure.
Volunteering doesn't have to. Donating or volunteering doesn't really have to cost you anything. I don't pay a single penny really for any of the stuff I do.
It looks like the people that were doing it for the United States Postal Service was the Stamp Out Hunger food drive.
Oh, I get it. Stamps, post office.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. But yeah, it definitely shows that, like you were saying, there are free ways to help, yeah. And some can be beneficial back to you. I mean, it like the TerraCycle. Did I say that right? TerraCycle. See, I'm horrible with names. Horrible. But yeah. So the amount of stuff that is beneficial that can come back to you is wonderful. So
you don't even have to leave your house to do the TerraCycle one, really.
Yeah.
You could just collect around your own house. Now, of course, I pick up the litter in the community when I can, but I'm not saying everybody should do it that way or can do it that way. I do it safely with, a stick to pick things up with and a bucket to put it in so that I'm not actually handling it. But not everybody can get out and do it that way either, which I know. But, you can even just collect the stuff your own household uses. I'm just trying to pick up some of that litter so it doesn't end up in the rivers and stuff.
So how fast, when you sign up for, like, the free one, how fast until you get the prepaid?
As soon as you ask for it, I believe. I think
Then
it's like an automated thing. You can print it and then drop it off. I think it's UPS you drop it off to.
Okay.
But I haven't personally mailed anything in yet. I have about 1.5 pounds of cigarette butts, and that's about it so far. But I just started doing this.
That'd be kind of cool if, as All Sides Kennebec, we did some kind of Saturday cleanup thing.
That's what I was thinking.
And then
with
we could do that through this, and then.
That's what I was thinking. We'll definitely have
help
to
contribute to get rid of some stuff in Waddle.
The only logistics issue I see with that is you would have to have a separate box for every single one of those free waste streams. You can't send them in together.
Right, you got to sort it.
People could always donate like old Amazon boxes,
Right.
or volunteer their time or something.
Yeah.
I think if we were to use this company, like a good spot to do would probably be behind like over here in the concourse, because a lot of it gets blown and it's already, like she's saying, if you use like one of those pickup sticks, I think we could
You
sort
can
it.
get those for $10 at
Right.
Walmart,
The
or probably
concourse
even
parking
cheaper.
lot. That
Right.
area is
Dollar Tree
disgusting.
sells those pickup sticks.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So I think it's
In
definitely
their
something.
household, like automobile type section.
Right. I think it's something that we'll definitely keep in mind, especially now that it's getting warmer. Because
this weekend was 95 degrees.
that's
on
amazing.
Saturday when we were at the pop-up.
I looked at what the average for this time of year is, and it said like 60.
Yeah.
And it's been kind of that way now, but the last couple of days. But
I know the
Saturday was crazy.
fiddlehead season has been a little weird too. So, but
I only eat them, so
I don't eat them or pick them. I don't
yeah,
know. I have
I
a thing about that.
I pick them and I eat them every now and again. They're not my favorite thing, but
I'm not huge on trying new foods, so.
can't blame you there. I don't like new foods either. I have a few things I eat, and I'm bad with change. I get the same coffee that I've been drinking for 5 years straight from Dunkin' every morning.
I'd literally
So-
be happy to eat the same thing for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day.
I'd be okay with that.
I have
It
about
was like pizza.
5 or 10 foods in my pantry, just multiples of each of them.
Nah, that's about what I do. I pick. Yeah, I have certain things, and then
My
that's
girlfriend
about
grocery
it.
shops. So.
Yeah.
One of my big ones is shrimp ramen.
I
Only
like
the
that's
instant
funny
cup
that
ones.
you mentioned that. That's one of my
I
favorites.
won't eat the like noodle brick ones of those, but I'll
I
only
can't
eat
do the
the
cup ones.
instant lunch.
The cans, yeah.
But
can't
I
do
won't
those.
do the instant lunch chicken ones. I have to do the bricks of those.
Yes,
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
how that works.
I like those. Are my favorite.
Oh, it's like me. I
That
love
and yogurt are the two things that I eat almost every day.
I
started
love
eating yogurt.
I love cut up tomatoes on everything, but I hate ketchup.
I like ketchup and tomatoes. I'll
And
just eat
every month,
grape
I
tomatoes
eat
and
the
cherry
same
tomatoes.
things on the same dates of the month too. Every month on the 10th, I have steak and asparagus.
There you
Oh,
go.
that sounds
It's one
good.
of the few times I'll actually eat like vegetables,
I love
like
vegetables.
that. You know,
Yeah,
I'll
we
eat them in things sometimes, but it's one of the few times I'll eat them separately.
we eat a lot of greens.
Yeah, me too.
I
We're growing
eat,
some now.
yeah, I've got a little bit of stuff growing, but I eat a lot of broccoli.
I started eating some yogurt with hemp seeds.
Hemp seeds, huh?
Only thing I'm really growing at my house is catnip.
Yeah, I have seen my neighbor grows catnip. I got some from her was it last year or the year before? I want to say it was the year before, but the cats loved it.
Yeah,
And
I bet.
even the dogs, like, because my dog is
I
a
got
trespasser.
mine to a 1.5 feet tall last year, and then my cat knocked it over.
Oh,
But
wow.
even my dog was interested in while it was growing. It was weird, but yeah,
I think it said that they have the same reaction to cats or similar one.
I think you may be right. But
Humans
yeah,
can actually eat catnip too.
yeah,
Catnip tea
yep,
specifically.
yep.
That would be really weird.
I've read about that on.
I don't remember
Google,
what
but
effects it's supposed to have on humans, but I've
It's
heard
Enjoy
supposed
a cup
to-
of tea with your cat.
It's just a relaxing
they make catnip
sensation, I
wine
guess.
for cats that you can drink with your cat too. So
Of course they do.
That's
Because
too funny.
cat people love to
Hang out with their
enjoy
cats.
Their cats.
Hey, I can't complain. I got 2 cats myself, and they're pretty
I
good
have
cats.
one, but he thinks he's a
so.
dog. So he
Uh,
likes to swim. He likes leash walks.
This is the funny part. My my Ridgeback, she thinks she's a cat. She's a dog. She thinks she's a cat. But my cat Oreo has her trained as a cat.
Oh.
Like if you know how you can put your hand underneath a blanket and you
Yeah.
run it back and forth real quick,
They'll try to chase it.
and the cat will
Yeah, get it.
jump on you and attack. The dog will do the same thing. It's same thing with string. Running on the floor, the dog will chase it like a cat. It's kind of funny, but she tries to sit in my lap like a cat. Luckily, she's only like 40 pounds. She's just a little thing, but
I have a 60-pound dog that likes to sit in my lap.
yeah, that's
And
That
then the
one down
cat
there?
will sit under the dog, and I call it pancake season because he always does it in the spring.
yeah.
When it's getting warmer and I've turned the heat off, but it's not quite to my cat's liking yet, he'll lay under the dog to stay warm.
Yeah, my golden retriever, she used to like sitting in my lap, but she's gotten too big. I every now and again I'll try to let her sit in my lap, but she's gotten a little big. She's I want to say a little over a year now, but
He's 2.5.
2.5. Yeah.
We only have cats. One of them has 3 legs.
Oh, no doubt.
We
No.
adopted her as like a set with the other one that came in. They came in together.
Oh,
Bonded
okay.
pair.
What?
Bonded pair, that's called.
Yeah. And well, because it's like a mother, daughter, or sister kind of thing. They didn't know.
No.
And then one has like her name's Shufflefoot because she shuffles.
Oh, okay.
So she's got 3 legs.
Right. Yeah, I
They
used to.
named her the pet. That's the main site, not us.
Oh, this is stuck, I guess. Hey. But yeah, no, I used to have a cat named Lucky, and he was missing bones in his front legs, so they were kind of like locked like L's. But yeah, he used to shuffle, and he
I joke my cat's missing his brain. This cat has tried to jump into the closed oven glass door multiple times during cooking one item.
Oh,
He
jeez.
doesn't seem to realize that that's a solid wall. Like he'll try to jump through the see-through portion,
Oh wow.
and 10 minutes later he's doing it again.
That's
I
Sounds
can't
like
leave
when
the oven light
birds
on when
try
I'm
to go
cooking.
through the
I
glass.
cannot leave the oven light on or he does it.
Yeah. But now the cat Lucky that I was talking about with the L-shaped arms, he used to put other cats in chokeholds.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it was bad for them, but it was funny.
A cat putting a cat
Yeah.
in a chokehold.
It was
I
interesting.
wonder where he learned wrestling.
Cat WWE.
It was an interesting deformity. He was born that way. It wasn't like his arms were broke or anything. It just he was born because you have 2 bones in your arms, just like humans. Cats have the same thing: the 2 bones in their upper arm, 2 bones in their lower, and he was missing 2 of the lower bones.
Huh.
So, but yeah,
Have
it's,
bones in his paws.
yeah, had all
So
his
they were
all
just,
his
like,
paw bones. Yeah.
floating?
It was
Essentially?
fused. It fused.
Oh,
They
okay. I
fused.
was like,
But yeah, it was an interesting
That's
deformity in a
interesting.
cat. So
at first I thought like the paw bones were like just not connected to
Well,
anything, and I wondered how that works.
the crazy part too is he lived to be like 14.
Oh wow.
Like it's amazing how long.
well, they can adapt.
Yeah, it really is. Like we didn't expect him to make it that long.
Like the one that has the missing foot, she climbs way more than the other one that has all of her normal appendages.
Making up.
Yep. And like
Yeah.
it's her back paw that's missing, and
Oh,
like
okay.
her front paw has like more muscle than the other paw.
Yeah, the overcompensation.
Mm.
It's interesting.
Because I bike so much with my dog, his back legs, like his thigh muscles, pretty much are huge.
That's awesome.
He's constantly using those to push himself off the ground. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I think we'll wrap up.
Yep. And before we wrap up, I just want to let everyone know we were there this Saturday as a shared studio on every Saturday and Sunday at the American Legion in Waterville. There is a marketplace called the Legion Marketplace, and you should go there and check it out. It's put on by Matrix Minerals, and they have gems, raw. They have a bunch of different things there, as well as they have cotton candy. They have catering. Someone's doing some painting. It's a bunch.
They had a variety. They had a variety by
It's
the
a
looks.
vendor marketplace.
By the looks of what you had posted there. So definitely. It's
So
something
check
to-
it out. It was
something to check out.
beautiful this weekend. It was 95 degrees. We had a booth there for a shared studio.
Do you want to mention the other thing that you'd mentioned to me earlier that's coming up later?
What's that?
The other event.
Well,
Or do you wanna wait?
No, we can mention it. So also, I believe, what day is that? I just want to make sure. June 4th, a shared studio will have a booth at the Cruisin' for a Cure car show put on by New Dimensions Federal Credit Union. I just want to make sure. And that's put on at the airport.
Right here in Waterville, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
And that money gets raised and helps go towards lodging for cancer patients, as well as cancer studies and things like that.
yeah, I think I'll come out, hang out too that day, if it's all right.
Yeah.
For sure, we'll come represent all sides of Kennebec up there too. So
Yeah. I'm just making sure that.
yeah, let's just we'll make sure that we have that date right. But yeah, we also want to thank a shared studio for being the sponsor that puts all this together, because without them, none of this would be possible. Also, you can rent this studio out by the hour, or there are some type of subscriptions they have. So it's definitely worth checking out if you want to become a podcaster or are a podcaster and just need some professional studio space.
Yeah, check out a sharedstudio.com for more info. And it is June 4th.
Awesome. And if you want to be a guest here on All Sides of Kennebec, you can check us out on allsidesofkennebec.com and fill out our little tutorial thing of.
It's a form.
It just says who you are, why you want to come on.
If you or someone else,
right?
If you know someone that possibly wants to become, on the show.
But yeah, we're definitely looking to gear more stories of what people are doing out in the community. That's good. So definitely check us out this coming Tuesday, and we'll see what's in store. Until next time, remember, a true patriot questions everything.